Video about sort of a boot camp of a 2D game dev, and we already achieved the smooth transition of the camera, and we already achieved the climbing, the walking, the jumping. Yeah, we can sort of control this game and everything runs smoothly, but clearly there is some bug. So for example, if you jump to the edges of the platform, okay, so you sort of get a stick feeling to it. So let me show you guys what I mean. So if you jump to here and you sort of stick, sorry about that, I just got a phone call. So I switch that to silent mode, and let me show you what I mean. So if you jump to here, you sort of stick to the wall. So if you got a wall of things thingy, you can sort of just stick to the wall and jump multiple jump. So we don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is to solve this problem, and yeah, maybe in next video. For this video, I think I'm going to add in another mechanism for this game. So I think the major feature of this game is climbing the trees. So if you climb the tree, you can go to another platform. And what about the reverse tree? So for example, you've got a pretty high level places that you don't want to build a huge tree to go there. Because the huge tree will just get the center area, but what about the area at the top of the map? So what I'm going to do is to add a little bit of physics to it, and then using the tree as a sort of a reverse tree or tree at the side of it to sort of as the boot and receiver, and receive that you sort of stick to the tree, and then you can go to the highest platform. So let me show you what I mean. I know this is just some crazy idea that I have, but I think the game development is all about to create something that never existed before. So yeah, let's just get to it. So let's just get remember I got this sort of a side branches. So what I'm going to do is to get the side branch like this. Okay, so get the side branch like this, and I can get the leaves like this. Ooh, we got the platform type. So sorry about that. I'm going to change that to the tree time map. So this is the actual active time map, because you need to consider the tile, and we got the side, say tree tile, and we got all the leaves, and I think maybe just something like that. Got a pretty huge tree like this. Okay, yeah. So the player won't know that the tree just hung at the side of it, because we got a sort of a restraint confinement at the background time map. So if you just get rid of a render, you can see that this would be the edges of the tree, so you don't need to worry too much about it. But I think the tree is a pretty interesting design, so I'm going to make most of it. So maybe just something like this, something like that, and maybe add more branches. So maybe branches like that. Okay, and branches like that. Branches like that. Okay, and add more leaves to sort of cover that. Okay, so yeah, you got an idea. So once I finish that, I need to get the background time map render working, so I can actually get that working. And okay, so So in order to get to top platform, you need not only the help of a tree, but also you need sort of a mechanism that shoot you to these trees, and you grab these trees and you climb it, and you go to the left and you jump from the tree, and you got the top platform, and you got say sort of a magic hidden Eastern egg, something like that. Okay, so let's change that to platform time map, and change that to sort of environments, and I'm going to get this sort of a black-ish thingy here. Okay, so just have a little bit of volume. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. So if you play this game, you won't be able to see it because you won't be able to jump that high. But what about adding a layer, adding a time map that specifically have the functionality of jumping? Okay, so I'm going to get you guys a time map, and that will be our jump time map. Okay, jump time map. So we got this jump time map, and let's add more component to it. So first, composite collider 2D, pretty standard stuff, and rigid body. Let me just leave it static because yeah, this is sort of a static thing that you won't be able to change. Rigid body, composite collider, and don't forget the time map. Collider 2D. Yeah, I'm going to go that, and yeah. So yeah, remember. So if you paint something, you can change the active time map to jump time map. So this the time maps is all about the functionality of jumping, and so I think I already got a interesting stone here. So let's make this stone a functionality of jump. So first let's get to, I think it's a platform, and let's just erase this one and go back to here. Yeah, so at the end of this level, let's go back to jump time map, and what I'm going to do is to, I think, change the decoration. Yeah, so I think we got an interesting stone here that says hey, something like that, or this one. I think this one's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is to place it right here, and so yeah, I think this is sort of a sorting order thing. So let's create the layer to it. So let's go jump time map, something like that. Let's think of a better name. Yeah, I think the name jump is pretty good, so I'm going to stick to it. And then don't forget to add in another, because I'm going to sort that jump layer. Okay, so yeah, and don't forget you got the jump time map. You need to say that this is a jump layer, and we can get the sorting layer. Sorting layer. Where is it? Alright, and yeah, here the sorting layer. Let's go to the you can just go to the platform layer, okay, and of course you can go to jump layer. I think maybe the jump layer, okay, and yeah, because the reason for this to show is that if you go to the sorting layers, and jump layers just before this yeah, player layer. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so if your guy climbs, and let's just go back to that stone. Ooh, we got collider here, so it doesn't really matter. So okay, we can actually stand on it. So yeah, the layer doesn't really matter. So you can even just delete this layer altogether, because you can just make it the same layer as a player layer. So let's get the jump time map. The sorting layer just got this the same as the player layer, and of course you can even say added that collision a little bit, so you can just I think it's this guy here. Let's run pretty quickly, something like that, and you can add that. I'm not going to do that because yeah, waste of time, because I just prefer this default. I think the collider is pretty good. So what I'm going to do is that, so when you touch that, this guy just start flying. Okay, so flying to the sky and grab this trees. Remember, the trees, tree timer, tree layer. Okay, so you can grab that and you can move it up as well, and you can just navigate your way to this like this. Okay, so maybe we got sort of a stone like yeah, or maybe yeah, platform. Let me just rest some chair like this one. Okay, so let me maybe 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 maybe some stony area here, like that. So yeah, so you can get the say, okay, this is the way to go, something like that. Okay, maybe there's some hint to it. Okay, something like that. So yeah, just adding some places so you guys won't just go back here and just find there's nothing. Okay, so yeah, and then obviously the player can't possibly just go here when they touch it. So what I'm going to do is to add some physics to it. So I'm going to add a sort of a modifier to this jump time map. So remember, we got material none, so this is should be a sort of physics material 2D. So let's create that. Let's create a folder. Let's say this is I think this is called material. So just conform to that naming convention, materials, and inside the materials we can create our own material. Okay, so create 2D, and we got physics material 2D. That's brilliant. We got let me just say this is will be a super jump. Okay, so you can change the bounciness and the friction to it, and that's just work as charm. So let's go back to jump time map. We got this material here. We don't have the settings, so I'm just plugging, and we got the settings. So we got a rigid body, and we got a rigid body material of a super jump, and we got a super bounciness to it. But I think the bounciness is not enough, so let's just change that. The bounciness currently is 0, so nothing will happen. I think maybe let's try something crazy. Let's try 10. Okay, so then let's test it out. It's loading, and we get our climbing, and we go back here. Right now there is no way I'm going to the top of this building, but we got, hey, there's a stone here, say that we got a guy running so fast. So if you, yeah, there's funny things, this sort of a mechanism that we built earlier. If you stick here, you want to check out what's been drawn on that stone, it will just automatically zoom in because you're at the idle state. And then let's jump to it. Boom! Yeah, we got this trees, and then we can climb the trees. I think this button is just over the sky. We don't want that. Okay, so let's just go to here, get the trees, and let it boom. Okay, yeah, we get the top of the area here, and then we got all sort of I don't know what kind of kind of thing. It's just a certain placeholder to place it here, and we can jump all the way down to the another trees. We can navigate, in this pretty big environment. Okay, and as you guys can see, we got sort of a thickness to here. So if I stick to the wall and we just stick here, I don't want this thing to happen, because once I touch it, I can jump as well, because this can be sort of be seen as a sort of a platform. So you're touching the ground, so you can jump. Okay, so some people really love the mechanism, but personally, I don't really like it. Just give you a game as sort of an unfinished touch. So good stuff. I think that's already pretty good. We achieve this amazing functionality when you jump on this stone. You can shoot all the way to it, but let's change the bounciness to say 5. Okay, and rerun that, and let's then try that. Okay, go back right here. Yeah, get our stone, jump to it, boom. Yeah. Whoa, I think that's just that bouncing is just too much. Maybe just 2 or 3. Maybe next time I'm going to move this guy to the right side, so I don't need to navigate the whole way, so I can test this bounciness. Yeah. Okay, I think bounce twice to it. This looks pretty good. Bounce, boom. Yeah, that's pretty good. Boom. Yeah, but yeah, I think bounce twice is a good mechanism. Okay, so I'm going to stick with it. Of course, you can change the number to whatever you like, but right now I think this is already pretty good. Okay, so we can add a lot of mechanism to it. So for example, you can draw it yourself. You can draw some sort of winged pipe going on that is sort of push you to the sky, something like that. And yeah, this all can be achieved using the bounciness.